The hum of the Malibu night was shattered by an unexpected disturbance. Waves crashed against the shore, their rhythmic sound a stark contrast to the chaos unfolding in Tony Stark's cliffside lab. The ocean, vast and indifferent, seemed unaware of the cosmic drama playing out nearby. Data streamed across holographic displays, painting a picture of cosmic turmoil. The screens flickered with complex equations and energy readings, each more baffling than the last. Tony, his brow furrowed in concentration, traced the anomaly's energy signature. His mind raced, piecing together the puzzle that threatened to unravel the very fabric of reality. It pulsed with an eerie blue light, a gaping maw threatening to swallow reality itself. The portal's edges shimmered, distorting the space around it in a way that defied the laws of physics.
Jarvis, what am I looking at? Tony's voice was steady, but the underlying tension was palpable.
Sir, it appears to be a rupture. Jarvis's calm, measured tone contrasted sharply with the gravity of the situation. A tear in the fabric of the multiverse. The words hung in the air, heavy with implications.
Tony's head snapped up, his eyes wide with disbelief. The concept of a multiverse was theoretical, something he had only discussed in abstract terms.
Multiverse? As in, more than one of everything, including me? His mind raced with the possibilities and the dangers.
The implications were staggering. An infinite number of universes, each with its own version of reality, its own version of Tony Stark. An infinite number of universes, each with its own Tony Stark. Some might be heroes, others villains, and some perhaps unrecognizable. The thought was both exhilarating and terrifying. The potential for discovery was limitless, but so was the potential for disaster. But there was no time for existential dread. The anomaly was expanding, its energy signature growing more unstable by the second. The anomaly was expanding, and whatever lay on the other side was a threat Tony couldn't ignore. He had to act, and quickly. He had a responsibility to protect his reality, his world. The stakes had never been higher.
Jarvis, prep the suit. It's time for Iron Man to punch a hole in this cosmic door. Tony's voice was resolute, his course of action clear.
Determination hardened his features. He knew the risks, but he also knew that inaction was not an option. He was about to step into the unknown, a realm where the rules of reality might not apply, and he was going in, repulsor rays blazing. Iron Man was ready to face whatever lay beyond the anomaly, prepared to defend his world at any cost. The Iron Man suit materialized around Tony, nanites flowing like liquid metal. The familiar weight was comforting, a symbol of power and responsibility. He ran a hand over the smooth surface, his reflection staring back, a soldier preparing for war.
Sir, I advise caution. The energy readings are off the charts. We have no way of knowing what awaits on the other side.
We never do, Jarvis, but someone has to be the first line of defense. Besides, curiosity killed the cat, but I'm no house pet.
He stepped towards the anomaly, the air crackling with raw energy. The world around him distorted, bending under the immense gravitational pull of the rift. He could feel the fabric of reality tearing at his suit, but he pressed on, his resolve unwavering. As he neared the center, a blinding light engulfed him, and then everything went black. Meanwhile, in a universe shrouded in perpetual storm clouds, a figure of equal brilliance but far more sinister intent monitored the same anomaly. Victor von Doom, ruler of Latveria and master of both science and sorcery, watched the rift with cold, calculating eyes. His metal mask, a symbol of both his genius and his suffering, reflected the swirling energy like a twisted mirror.
So the universe beckons, a doorway to infinite possibilities, and I, Victor von Doom, hold the key.
Unlike Tony's scientific curiosity, Doom's interest was fueled by ambition. He saw the multiverse not as a marvel to be explored, but as a dominion to be conquered. He had spent years unraveling the secrets of magic and technology, bending both to his will, and now this anomaly presented an opportunity to achieve ultimate power, to reshape reality in his own image. Doom descended into the depths of his castle, his footsteps echoing through the cavernous halls. He reached his sanctum, a chamber filled with arcane artifacts and humming with dark energy. He began to prepare, drawing power from both the technological marvels he had created and the ancient forces he had mastered. He donned his armor, a suit of adamantine metal imbued with mystical runes, each one pulsating with raw power. He raised his hands, crackling energy swirling around his gauntlets.
This time I will not be denied.
He stepped into a chamber pulsating with purple energy, a transporter of his own design, fueled by the very forces of the cosmos. As the energy enveloped him, Doom smiled, a chilling, humorless expression. He was going to meet his destiny, and the multiverse would tremble before him. The blinding light subsided, and Tony found himself standing on solid ground. He was in a chamber unlike anything he'd ever seen, a fusion of advanced technology and archaic sorcery. The walls pulsed with energy, covered in glyphs that seemed to writhe and shift before his eyes.
Jarvis, you reading this?
Negative, sir. I am detecting interference from an unknown energy source.
Before Tony could investigate further, a figure materialized from the shadows. He stood tall, clad in green robes and a silver mask. The air crackled with energy, and Tony instinctively raised his repulsor gauntlets.
Identify yourself.
The figure chuckled, a low rumbling sound that sent shivers down Tony's spine.
You see me as you could have been, Stark. Victor Von Doom, master of science and sorcery.
The revelation hit Tony like a repulsor blast. This was him? Or rather, a version of him who had embraced a darker path.
Doom! Sounds like someone let the power go to their head. And those robes? Seriously, green?
Mockery is a fool's weapon, Stark. I have achieved what you could only dream of. I have harnessed the power of the universe.
By conquering your world, I've seen your type before, Doom. You crave power for power's sake. You don't care who gets trampled under your iron fist.
He could feel the animosity radiating off Doom, a palpable wave of hatred and ambition.
You mistake strength for tyranny. I brought order to my world, something your pathetic democracy could never achieve.
Order? You call ruling through fear order? You think that by instilling fear you can maintain control? Fear is a fragile thing, Doom. It shatters at the first sign of hope, at the first spark of rebellion. I've seen the future you offer, Doom, and it's a cold, dark place, a place where freedom is a distant memory, where people live in constant dread. Is that the world you want to create?
He stood tall, the Iron Man suit humming with power. The arc reactor in his chest pulsed with a steady rhythm, a beacon of hope in the encroaching darkness. He wouldn't back down. Not from this tyrant, not from a darker reflection of himself. His resolve was unyielding, his spirit unbreakable.
You know nothing of my world. You see only what you want to see, blinded by your own arrogance. You stand there, a pampered playboy hiding behind a suit of armor. You think your wealth and technology make you invincible, but they are just crutches. You call yourself a hero, but you are nothing but a glorified weapon. A tool of chaos, a symbol of the very disorder you claim to fight against.
He raised his hand, energy crackling around his gauntlets. The air around him seemed to vibrate with raw power, a testament to the technology he wielded.
And you're a dictator hiding behind a mask. You think your mask hides your true nature, but it only reveals your cowardice. At least I show my face to the world, Doom. I stand by my actions, my decisions, my mistakes. I embrace who I am, flaws and all. It's my imperfections that make me human, that make me strive to be better.
The air crackled with tension, the two figures facing off, their ideologies clashing as fiercely as their powers soon would. It was a battle not just of strength, but of beliefs, of visions for the future. The chasm between them was more than just a difference in methods. It was a fundamental clash of worldviews. One believed in freedom, the other in control. Tony, for all his flaws, believed in freedom, in the power of choice. He believed that people should have the right to make their own decisions, to carve their own paths. Doom, however, craved control, believing that only he possessed the strength to guide humanity to its true potential. He saw himself as a necessary force, a guiding hand in a chaotic world. Their argument was more than just words. It was a battle of wills, a struggle for the soul of the future. Each was convinced of their own righteousness, each determined to prevail. As they stood there, locked in a standoff, the world seemed to hold its breath. The outcome of their clash would shape the destiny of countless lives. In Tony's eyes, there was a fire, a burning determination to protect the freedom he cherished. In Doom's, a cold, unyielding resolve to impose his vision of order. The future hung in the balance, a delicate thread poised to be pulled in one direction or the other. The clash of ideals was not just a battle, it was a defining moment in the history of their world.
Words are meaningless. Power is the only true measure of worth. In this world, strength is the ultimate currency, and I intend to collect every ounce of it.
He unleashed a torrent of energy, a wave of pure force that slammed into Tony, sending him crashing into a wall. The impact reverberated through the chamber, shaking its very foundations. The chamber shook under the onslaught, ancient runes flaring as the very fabric of reality strained against their combined might. The air crackled with raw power, distorting the space around them. Tony recovered quickly, the Iron Man's suit absorbing the brunt of the attack. His advanced technology was designed for such moments, allowing him to withstand and counter even the most formidable assaults. He retaliated with a barrage of repulsor blasts, the energy beams cutting through the air with pinpoint accuracy. Each shot was a testament to his engineering genius, a blend of precision and power.
Is that the best you can do, Stark? Your toys are impressive, but they are no match for true power.
Doom taunted, his voice dripping with disdain. His confidence was unshakable, a reflection of his belief in his own superiority. He gestured, and the chamber itself seemed to respond, arcane symbols swirling around him, crackling with dark energy. The mystical forces at his command were ancient and formidable, a stark contrast to Tony's technological prowess. The battle was joined, a clash of technology and sorcery, the likes of which the multiverse had never seen. Each strike, each counter, was a testament to their respective domains of power. Iron Man, a whirlwind of repulsor fire and metallic fury, fought with the desperate strength of a man defending everything he held dear. His every move was calculated, driven by a relentless determination to protect his world. Dr. Doom, a figure of cold, calculating power, sought to dominate, to prove his superiority over all creation. His ambition was boundless, his desire for control absolute. The stakes were higher than ever, and the outcome uncertain. The fate of two universes hung in the balance as Iron Man and Dr. Doom, reflections of each other twisted by fate, clashed in a battle for the ages. But as the fight raged, a new anomaly crackled open, a tear in the very fabric of this reality.